Hey guys, Andrew here for Next Shift, and today we're gonna unbox the Samsung Galaxy Note 20, which is great for those who want a more affordable alternative to the Note 20 Ultra. Anyway, the phone is inside this unpacked kit that we got from Samsung, so let's unpack it. So let's put the box on its side first so that we can remove this cover. In case you're wondering why it's called the unpacked kit, that's because once you open it up, it actually looks like a stage for the Unpack event that took place on 5th August. And this, if you pull this out, it forms something like a mini platform for the stage. Okay, so let's get to the content on the inside. There we go. So that's the Note 20 in Mystic Green. And there's also this ring light that has 3 levels of brightness, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And you can actually clip this onto the phone itself if you want to. Besides that, there's this pretty hefty selfie stick that we got from Samsung. Very generous of them. Now let's get to the main event, the Note 20 itself. This is the one in Mystic Green, and I personally think this is one of the best colors for this phone. So let's set this aside so that we can focus on the phone. So let's get to the content now. That's the phone in all its glory. I mean, just look at how nice the green looks. At the front, let's switch it on. Samsung Galaxy Note 20 5G. So about that, there are actually 2 variants of the Note 20 for the Malaysian market. This is the 5G model, which costs 4,299 ringgit. But if you don't need the 5G connectivity, you can go for the 4G model, which costs 3,899 ringgit. Given that the Note 20 Ultra retails at 5,199 ringgit, this is a much more affordable option. Before we get back to the phone, let's check out what else you get in the box. This is the charger, which is a super fast charging charger, as it's written on top of it. So you should be able to get very quick charging with the Note 20. And then there is the USB Type-C to Type-C cable, and of course an AKG branded in-ear earphones. Now it's worth noting that this is not a 3.5mm headphone because you don't get that jack with the Note 20. So instead you get a Type-C connection for this earphone. Before we get back to the phone, I'm gonna put all of this aside so that we can really focus on what the Note 20 offers. Right, so this is the Note 20 in all its glory. The front again, and there's a hole punch cutout called the Infinity O display. And on the back, you get this very nice matte finish for the Mystic Green model. Now, one of the main complaints of the Note 20 is the fact that this is actually polycarbonate. And I mean, it doesn't feel fantastic when you tap on it, but in normal usage, I'd say it's alright for the Note 20. But I would have to spend more time with this phone to see if that's really the case, so stay tuned for the full review for that. Aside from that, there is also the signature S Pen of the Note 20. Compared to the previous model, the latency of this has been improved, so you get a more responsive writing experience as you use this stylus. Besides that, the air action gestures are also more practical now. You can use it to go to the home screen, access the Reasons Add page, and you can even use it to take a screenshot. So what are the other specifications of the Note 20? Well, for one, it has a 6.7-inch 1080p display, but it has 60Hz refresh rate. It's not great, but it does mean it will have very good battery life. Paired with the 4,300mAh battery of this phone, you can expect to get very respectable longevity out of this phone. Besides that, powering this phone is an Exynos 990 chipset. There are a lot of people that don't quite like the fact that we don't get the Snapdragon 865 Plus model, but for what it's worth, the Exynos 990 is still a very fast chip, and you should not have any performance issues when you use this phone. And on the back here is also a triple camera system made out of a 12MP primary lens, a 12MP ultra wide angle lens, and a 64MP telephoto shooter. It's not quite as sophisticated as the Ultra's 108 megapixel triple camera system, but it should still be able to take very good looking shots. After all, this is a Samsung flagship device. So that's our unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20. If you want to read our hands-on of the device, check the link in the description box down below for the article on nightshift.com. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more good stuff to come here at Nightshift.